Marty Nemko, and here are some tips about cold contacting for a potential job that emanate from my book, How to Do Life, What They Didn't Teach You in School. First, I want to differentiate cold contact from networking. Networking is when you're using a lead, a friend, a colleague, family member to help you get a lead into a job. Cold contact, you're contacting the employer, the person you'd like to hire you for a job or project or whatever, and that is the most potent method for landing a job. First, what you want to do is you want to create a list of 20, 30, 50 of the employers you'd most like to work for. Use the internet for that. Use LinkedIn. Get your names of companies, organizations. Use the business times, whatever. And even if you can't get a phone number, by calling the direct number, there's usually a dial by name directory. You usually get the phone number, or simply ask the receptionist. Once you've got that, then you're very often facing with cold call reluctance. A lot of people are reluctant to make a call. They feel they're imposing. So the best way to address that is to realize if somebody stops you on the street and asks you for directions, it may take you 30 seconds to a minute, but unless you're in a real rush, you don't mind. In fact, it may even feel good to help the other person. It's exactly the same way when you're cold contacting an employer. If you keep it brief, that person is either going to be glad you called, or can simply press delete or not return your call. You're imposing no more than if you're asking somebody for directions. Secondly is the fear of embarrassment, or that you're not competent enough. You may sound stupid on the phone, you may not be articulate. You can practice. First, practice by writing a little script at home. Practice. Don't read it on the phone with the employer, but you can practice with the script and practice without the script, so it sounds natural. And even if you make mistakes, nobody's expecting you to be a slick at this. So don't worry about being embarrassed. And the good news is, if you screw up 1, 2, or 5, big deal. You've got 20 or 50. By the way, make your list in reverse order. Put them in order of your most desirable to least desirable, and start making your cold calls from the least desirable, so you work out the kinks early. So you go number 50, number 49, 48, 47, and when you're starting to feel confident, zip up to number 1, because you're still fresh, and yet you're fairly polished. What do? How do you do it? You use the method I call call, email, call, which is you call them after hours and leave a voicemail. You say, hi, I'm whatever your name is. I am a forensic accountant who just finished a project looking for his next work. I've always gotten great evaluations, and I'm particularly interested in your company because of blah. Take 5 minutes to look up the company on the internet and come up with one good legitimate reason why you'd like to work for them. And then say, I'm wondering if you might be willing to return my call, see if I might be able to be of help to you, or simply if you might be willing to offer me some advice as to where I should turn. I'm going to email you my resume and a cover letter that reiterates this. I'm hoping to hear from you. And then you hang up, and then you send the email. Just as I said, that's call, email. Send the email just as described. Then a week from the day you send it, if you haven't heard from them, you make a follow-up phone call. Now you make the call during the day, so you hope you get them, but you still probably will get voicemail. And you say, hi, I'm Joe Jones. I'm the forensic accountant. I haven't heard from you, so I'm assuming you're not interested, but I know how things can fall between the cracks. So I'm taking the liberty of calling to follow up. If you think it might make sense for us to get together to see if I might be able to be of help to you, or maybe if you'd be willing to simply offer some advice as to where I should turn, I'd love to hear from you. But if you don't call back, I promise I'm not going to be a pest, and thanks very much for your time. Repeat your phone number twice. That's call, email, call. If you do that, 20 or 50, somewhere between 20 and 50 target employers, you can knock that out in a day or 3, and that is often the very fastest way to land a job. So those are some of my. One more thing I do want to say. You've got to realize that the odds of any one of these leads turning into a job offer are very small. You need to think like a gold miner. A gold miner goes into a mine and he taps on lots of rock in hopes that somewhere behind there's a gold mine, a vein of gold. And usually there isn't, but the gold miner realized that even if he has to go through 10, 20, 30, 50 veins until he finds one, that one is enough to make him make a living. It's the same thing here. Even if you got to contact 50 employers, you only need one to provide a job for you. And so that's the mindset you've got to take. And I hope that's helpful. As I said, these ideas emanate from my book, How to Do Life, What They Didn't Teach You in School, which is available on Amazon. Hope you will take a look. And I have another book also published in 2012. It's more big picture. It's called What's the Big Idea? 39 Disruptive Proposals for a Better Society. Hope you'll look at that too. In any case, I'm Marty Nemko, and thanks for watching.